TeamSport's Need for Speed event takes on a simple format of 4 15-minute races. No one knows where they are going to start as each grid is random. No qualifying, no practice, straight into a race. After Lucy said hi to the GoPro, we were released onto the track for the flag test before being directed back to the pit lane. As Luke wanted to remind us how yellow flags work. Slow right down. We have a lap removed from the race as the timer had been started already. So I'm lined up in the 9th grid slot. But with 20 drivers on track, we're a little bunched up and I'm actually sat in 10th place as the driver to my right is a little forward of their mark. A good reaction sees me arrive at turn 1, still in 10th place with a lot of contact from behind, setting the tone for this race early on. Having lost 9th place, I hold on to 10th on the inside of Top Pit's bend. I then get greedy and go for 2 places in the lower pits to be sent sideways by the driver of car 19. Having dropped back once more, I hold the inside around the back to get back into 10th place. Kart 19 goes for a slide through top pits and I make my way up into 9th place. A lap and a half later and I've caught up with the next group of karts. And I quickly aim for a gap that opened up. Charlie has now been able to get past kart 8 and as I line myself up to try and cut underneath, I'm hit from behind. Having watched Charlie get passed out of turn 2, Kart 8 moves to the outside before sliding wide and allowing me to come straight past. Having defended well, Kart 4 leaves too much space on the inside, leaving the complex, and I get to the inside for the hairpin. I get a little annoyed at being bump drafted over the crest of the ramp, making my kart quite twitchy. Lap 8 with no traffic is my fastest of this race. A 59.0 is hardly impressive. They're battling up ahead and I just dive straight through a gap. The element of surprise really playing its part there. I get a good run out of the complex and take the inside of the hairpin along with 5th place. And the yellow flags appear as the checkered flag is then waved. A race from 10th to 5th. Having dropped a couple of places early on, I'm happy enough with that result. We loop back around to the pits and take a 5-minute break before we're back in the karts and lining up for race 2. In 17th place. I've got my work cut out for this one then. It's another decent reaction, but the driver on my right is just in front as we cross the line. There's contact ahead going into turn 1, causing the usual concertina effect. I see it happening again at turn 2 and decide to just roll wide, following Chloe and Isaac. Okay, so now I need to recover from last. I can do this, right? I get up the inside of Isaac as Chloe heads for the pits. But I make the wrong choice and Isaac gets back in front. I've forgotten this is a club event and some drivers are not so experienced, as I'm getting annoyed with the driver ahead. Still, I just wait for it to happen again and take advantage. Isaac passes 2 in 1 as I follow through up into 17th place. And I then pass Kart 5 on the brakes at turn 1. And I do the same thing again for 15th place the following lap. As I begin to catch the group ahead, I can see the driver in the green and white suit has been holding up Dan for a while. Can we take advantage of this in any way? Nope, Dan makes his move at the hairpin and Isaac follows through. I'm just a little bit too far away to make anything of it. Isaac then tries to go on the outside of Dan, leaving a gap on the inside, and he falls back to 14th place. I have no idea what this was for. The driver ahead has been moving around on the track for quite some time without really looking what's around. This time he's taken Isaac with him. I waved Isaac back in front as I got in his way a little bit on entry there. I've tried signalling to the marshals. This is going to end in a mess. Isaac gets himself in front once again, but is on the outside for the back section. Trying again on the outside, Isaac slides very wide this time and I make my way in front. I line up to cut underneath, but the Tony KARTS suited driver blocks me off aggressively. He then brake checks me on the apex of turn 1. I'm getting more and more annoyed at his driving. Which then starts to show in my own driving. Yeah, that's not my cleanest pass ever. And I will admit, I half expected a warning board as I approached the marshal at turn 2, and I would have accepted it, but there's nothing. So I continue on for 2 more laps, see if I can catch Dan. Well, no, there was just too much of a gap in the end, so I crossed the line only in 13th place, having dropped right to the back of the field early on in the race. I'm really not happy with how I ended up getting past on lap 12. It was a move out of pure desperation and frustration. I thought I was further alongside than I actually was looking back at the video. If I do find myself in that position again, well, let's be honest, I'm unlikely to back out and I'll still go for it. We've still got 2 more races to go for this event, and my points haul has taken a hit on this race. But we're out of time for today though, so you'll have to join me next week for the 3rd and 4th races, which does include one of the biggest crashes we've had in quite some time. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out. If you're a channel member, like always, you can view the video 24 hours earlier. So thanks for joining me, and until next time, cheers!